Sorry, we're a little bit late. So this is Feel Good Friday on Quarantine Healing. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. I always feel like I'm in a vacuum and I don't know if people can actually see me until I get some comments. So if you're out there watching us, give us a shout out, say hey, tell us who you are, where you're coming in from, and we'll go ahead and get started. And share this out. This is the time. Share this out with your peeps. Share it on your page so everybody else can see it. And hopefully you all can see me. I'm still waiting for some comments to come in. Jessica, do you see it anywhere? Okay. Hey, Annette. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Great. So you can
Hi.
hear us, see us. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm really excited. I am Avalaura. For those of you who don't know me, your life coach and intuitive consultant. You can find out more about me at avalaura.com. And I started this series because we're all quarantined, right? We're all stuck in the house, nowhere to go. And in the efforts to keep our spirit high, to keep you sane, to keep you at peace, to keep you happy, I decided this live stream series to tune in with you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so Wednesday was the first day. Wednesday, I checked in with you all and gave you 3 powerful tips to keep you sane, happy, and grounded during this time. Fridays are Feel Good Fridays, so I'll be here every noon at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Mondays is Meditation Monday. So I'll be back on Monday teaching you all how to meditate, taking you all through a grounding meditation during this time. So that's the format. That's what we're doing. So today on Feel Good Friday, since y'all know I am a Netflix binge watcher, and everybody is talking about all these series that came out last week on Netflix, I said for Feel Good Friday, let's talk about what we Netflix and chilling on. Okay. So let's talk about that. And I have seen all the rage. You know, I comment, I talk about what I'm watching on Netflix, and there's a lot of people out here talking about everything, in particular, the Madam CJ Walker story that came out last weekend and Tiger King that came out. And it's so interesting how different these two series are. And so I'm like, we just gotta discuss. So come on in. I would love to hear from you. If you're watching, say hello. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know that you're here. And we definitely want to hear from you. You know what I realized on this though? I can't see who's watching. Like I can't see the number of
Okay. Yeah,
people.
we're at 10 right now. We were at 12. We're
Oh,
at 10.
see, I'm you can see more than I can because I don't even see it. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that means all of y'all out there, y'all are watching and not saying anything.
Yeah.
So
So
we
tell
actually,
us where you guys are, where you are in the United States, and tell us what you do. And we'd like to know that who you are and what you do and where you're
hey
located.
Leslie, welcome back, welcome back.
Hey. So
I
we are
thought,
totally, this is too super duper interactive. So you guys tell us your name, even if you're watching this on the replay, tell us your
yes,
name, tell
absolutely.
us where you
Hashtag
are,
replay.
hashtag replay. Tell us your name, tell us where you are in the world and what you do for a living. When we want to hear from you all. So yeah, I'll let Ava Laura hand it back over. So we're talking about this whole Netflix thing. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, so here, okay, so so here's the tea, right? So first, let me just say, if you are a Netflix watcher, so one of my favorite series today, season 3 is out of Ozark. So if you are an Ozark fan, season 3 is out today. That's what I will be binge watching
What
on
the
this
heck is
weekend.
that?
Oh
What is
my
that?
God. Ozark, okay. So Ozark is about this family, right? They were this straight laced family, and they ended up getting into this whole like embezzling drug thing. Didn't realize it. So you got like this middle American, middle class, upper to middle class family, and now all of a sudden they're in the world of crime, and they have to figure out how to survive. And they basically have to leave their home, escape all of that, and they escape to the Ozarks. So that's what it's about. It starts off banging from almost like the first episode. Season 1 was great. Season 2 wasn't as great. So I have high hopes for season 3 that they're going to redeem themselves. So check out Ozark. It is back season 3. Also, Hulu. If you are a Hulu fan, I'm not a Hulu fan as much, But Little Fires Everywhere is on with Kerry Washington and what's her name? What's that chick's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
The white, they know. If y'all are watching it, you know the white girl. What's her name? She's a good actress. I can't think of her name right now.
Oh,
Kerry
is it Reese? Is
Washington,
it Reese
Reese
Witherspoon?
Witherspoon. Yes,
Reese
thank you,
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. See, you do know.
I do know.
That's really good. It's on its, I think, third or fourth episode right now. So I'm not really gonna go into it because it hasn't finished. See, Hulu
Okay.
likes to draw things out. It needs to be like Netflix, just release it all at once so we can binge it
So
and
you can
talk
binge
about it.
watch it.
You
Yeah. But
know?
that's the differences between the platforms, though. The differences between the platforms is
Yeah.
that you can binge watch on Netflix, whereas Hulu is more of the series type thing, right?
I
And
want to binge watch. I don't know
yeah.
who else is the binge watcher. Hashtag binge watch or hashtag y'all just like to drag it out and watch it as a series. I mean, just give it to me
I
all
kind of
at
like the
once.
dragon. Little fires everywhere is fire. Really? Okay.
It
I'm gonna have to
is. It's
watch it.
good.
I'm gonna
It's
have to watch
good.
it.
Right.
I know
Don't
that
y'all just want to see it all at once? Like, who wants to just wait every week? Like, we can watch traditional television for that, right?
no, we
Like,
can't because I ain't got traditional television. I have Netflix, and that's about it. Netflix and
well, me
Hulu.
too. I cut cable too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that's
Right.
what traditional TV is, right? Be like Netflix and just stream everything. We just want to see it
See it
all.
all. Yes. Vivian Smallwood, check this out. Binge watch.
Oh,
Okay.
see,
Let's
you like
instant
to binge watch and
watcher.
you love to
Oh,
drag.
drag. See, yeah, I love the drag. I wanna just take it in, consume
Okay.
it, and then
Okay.
come back again later.
Some of
You
y'all
know,
love to drag it out. Okay.
yeah,
I mean, we're different personalities, different
yeah,
personalities. So,
yeah.
so for those of you watching, thank you all for coming in. I'm Avalaura. This is Jessica, and I
Hi.
wanted Jessica. Jessica is my digital media guru. She's my homegirl. She's my biz bestie. We have a podcast together, Black Women Leave America. So definitely check that out. We are on Anchor, what are we on? iTunes,
Hold
Shop.
on. Let me pull it up, shall we?
Yes, pull it up. Um,
Castbox, oh my god, FM
I found the
player.
American
We're
Binge.
on everything.
You mean All American? Yes, All American is actually really good. All American is good, and it's on the
What is
CW. And I found it from Netflix, and then I had to wait for it to finish up the CW season so I could watch it again on Netflix. But yes, All
ah
American is really good too. I love All American.
how do y'all have time to sit up here and watch this stuff? Like I am
Because
like
we don't have 6 kids and a husband. So yeah,
that
that's
may
what
be
I do.
true.
That is my self-care time, is my Netflix. This is my self-care time.
Okay, we are back to our
So
podcast.
yes, so I
We're on
invited Jessica
Breaker,
because she is
Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast. I don't even know what that
we
is.
on everything.
Radio Public, Spotify, and of course, you can copy our RSS feed and subscribe there. So make sure you go and support
Yeah,
Black Women.
so yes, check us out. Black Women Leave America. You can put it in the comments too. They still talk, yeah, All American is a favorite too. Okay, so let's get into the Madam CJ Walker story, because I saw it, right, and I loved it. Now, before I classify, so I talked about it on my, on Facebook. So if you can go back last week, I talked about it, I think last Saturday. I pretty much binge watched it like in a day. And I discussed it. And I really talked about like my three main lessons as a business owner and as a Black woman. I loved it because there were so many business lessons, so many life lessons. The three business lessons that I really, or not business and life lessons, I'll say, that I posted about that I really enjoyed was, number one, I love the way she was extremely confident, how much she believed in herself. Right. That to me was so important. And what it showed me is nobody is going to believe in you more than you believe in you. Right. And because
Facts.
she believed in herself, she was so successful. No matter how she got there, and we can talk about all that in a minute. But no matter how she got there, because she believed in herself, she was wildly successful. Yes, Leslie, great nuggets. Yes, you love the Madam CJ Walker too. Thank you, yes, for checking out our podcast. Go to Black Women Leave America. Yes, yes, yes. So that was the first thing I got.
Okay.
The second thing that I got was, who you marry matters. Who you marry matters. Your spouse can heal you or hurt you, right? Your spouse can lift you up or they can tear you down. It is so important to think about, especially as an entrepreneur, as a Black woman, as somebody who knows that you want to be successful and leave a legacy. You really got to think about who you marry. Make sure that they're on the same page. Make sure you have the same value systems. Make
Mhm.
sure that you're operating on one accord, that you're
Yeah.
evenly yoked, because if you're not, you're going to be trying to go up and they're going to be trying to find every single way to tear you down.
Yeah. True.
So that is so important, because especially when, and especially at her time, here she is, a Black woman doing stuff that nobody else was doing. Your support system has to come from your marriage. That should be your best friend.
Somebody else was doing it.
Okay, we'll
So
get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So you are one of the few. Because I mean, heck, how many Black millionaire women we got now, let alone back then, right? So your man should be there holding you down and supporting you, and be your biggest cheerleader. So she had to fight against him and everybody else. You
but
shouldn't have to do that in your own home and in your own bed. Like,
I'm gonna let you
I'm not
I'm gonna
playing
let
that.
you get to your three, but I still want to jump in right now.
So, yes, we'll wait. So, Jessica has a different opinion. So, I am talking about my opinion first, and then she's going to get into hers. Okay. Now, the third thing that I got is that, and I always talk about this, I talk about this to my clients and everybody, is that it takes a village to raise a dream. It takes a village to raise a dream. One of the things that Madam CJ Walker had, she had a whole team of support. She did not make it on her own. So we all need a team. We all need a team of people we can trust, right? Because you saw the fire that homeboy created, because he was, I don't, I hate to say it, but there were a few men who were good, but I don't know why so many of the men were not that great. But the son-in-law was trash. And so he started the fire. So again, you need not just a team, but you need a really good team, right? To really hold you down, especially when you're trying to do big things and create a legacy for yourself. So
All
there
right.
were so many nuggets. You can share yours. Tell me, what were your nuggets? What were your lessons? Tenacity was phenomenal. Yes. Yes. Ouch, hurt or heal. Yes. Heal or hurt. That's a show in and of itself. Yes. Absolutely. Yes, it takes a village to raise a dream. So I would love to hear, what were the nuggets that you got from the Madam CJ Walker story. Now,
I
let me
hated
say
it.
this.
I hated it.
Now,
I
let me say
hated it.
this. We ain't talking to you just yet. Let me say this. Now, I loved it on the purest sense of what I got from it, the fact that they created this story, right? I thought that that was all important. Now, for those of you who know the actual story, because we know that this was based on a true story, it was not a documentary. It was not a documentary. So we know that they fictionalized some things, right? So there were definitely some problems that I had with this show, but overall, I enjoyed it for what I learned and for what I saw, and having that representation. Now, because Jessica knows what actually really happened, she has a totally different view. So go ahead on, Jessica, share your view. Why'd you hate it?
I hated it. I hated it. Hated it. Hashtag hated the movie. Not the whole thing, right? So, and I'm gonna tell you guys why, right? And don't come kill me for it. I mean, don't come for me. I hated it because it didn't tell the full story of the amazingness of both of these Black women. It
Mm,
played them against each other. And
mhm,
when you know the true history, you know that Annie Malone was a self-made millionaire before Madam CJ Walker. Now, here's the thing about that, right? Since these women didn't necessarily write down everything they did, now they did document some of it, but we don't know everything, so we don't know the ins and outs of all this good stuff. We're kind of hypothesizing what we think may have happened, right?
right.
So,
Exactly.
but Annie Malone had a full Poro College, right? She had a garden on the top of Poro College. She had a
And I
barber
didn't
shop.
know all of this.
She had, cars. Like she had a whole full roll. And I'm gonna show y'all because I'm screen sharing. Oh, sure. And I'm so
Yeah, when Jessica showed me all of this, I said, wow, like it's so deep that they didn't even include this into the show. And yes, Alicia, like you said, they did take a lot of liberties. They did. And if you don't know the story, you wouldn't know the liberties that they took, because you just don't know.
Yeah, and but here's the big thing about it. And Ava Laura and I had this conversation, which kind of spawned this live stream, right? It's about who was the best marketer, right? And when
Yeah.
we look at these folks and marketing yourself, right? It's
Yep.
about positioning yourself and marketing yourself. Madam CJ Walker was a beast
Yes.
at putting herself out there and marketing
Yes.
herself. So this is not to take away from either one because they're both beasts in their own rights. But I felt like he could have the producer and I'm like, was there any women? Did the women like say, "Hey, no, we don't want to do this. Let's go a different direction with this"? Because I do know it was a man, a guy that has the production company that put it out there to Netflix. And then I'm like, is this Netflix driven? Because episode one, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, I love it. I'm into it. Then we get into
And then it
episode
got
two.
messy.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, huh? What?
There has to be a villain.
And that's fine. Like if he wanted to take some of it and like
Yeah.
twist it a little bit, I would have been totally okay with that if he had given at least the story of how Annie Malone had all of this. I mean, in the 1900s. Come on.
Right. They
Come
doing
on.
stuff that people we're not doing now.
Today, women today won't even get out there and market themselves as much as these
Yeah.
women back there were dealing with racism, dealing with gender, either gender equality.
Yes.
Like, come on. The things that they had to bear and they had to go through just to be a woman in business, that could have been forefront, right? And if they
Yeah.
wanted to throw in some little messiness there and here and there, I would have been cool with that. But show that this I don't want to say chick, that show that this woman had a whole poor old college that they burned down, by the
Yeah.
way, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm infuriated right now talking about it. And I think about my children watching this, right? Of course, I'm going to sit my kids down, but all these other kids out there that are just like, oh wow, light skin against black skin. Like we're pushing that whole narrative all over again when we fought so hard to take that narrative down.
Mm-hmm.
To tell each other how much we love. Yes, go sis. Like let's collaborate. Collaboration over
Yeah.
competition. All the stuff that we've been doing on social media and like trying to uplift each other and let's work together. Let's network. And now we got this movie that comes out. While I know that majority of women are focusing on just her confidence level and the fact that she was able to attain it, which is great, I do still feel like it goes into the psyche of us now putting that whole light skin against dark skin. We had that. Remember that whole clip that went viral with the little girl that looked at herself in the
I
mirror
do,
and the camera was like, I'm
and I
ugly.
don't know who produced it. I didn't know if they were just trying to prove a point or if they were just trying to add some more racial dynamics. I don't really know, but I did kind of feel like that was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary.
And it also triggered a lot of women. It does exist. Colorism absolutely does
And I'm not to
exist.
say,
And
and that's
so,
not to say that it doesn't. Do we need to perpetuate that on television or with Netflix, right? Do we need to keep putting that narrative out there, right? And why is it that these two black women all of a sudden just couldn't get along? And they may have, because something actually happened,
yeah,
right? There was a reason why she went off on her own, right? But I just felt like putting the story of Madam, and I know she's the focal point, right? She's the headliner of the story,
right.
and that's fine. That's great. That's amazing. But tell this other, at least pieces of it, at least to say that, she was striving at a certain level. And the fact that she had a whole Poro college, if they would have at least just put that in there and then they had the whole other stuff play out, I would have been fine. But to not mention it at all,
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
none of it.
Yeah, answer the say, and no one heard of her before. Yeah, Annie Malone.
Exactly.
She was a phenomenon in of herself, cricket. So let's tell her story next. Yeah, we really could tell her story next. We absolutely could. They definitely left it open. And here's the thing, and I wasn't sure because Netflix does some amazing documentaries. Like if you all haven't seen the Miles Davis documentary, there was footage that I've never seen before. It was phenomenal. There's
Oh,
also Black
girl, you can't say it,
Godfather.
Leslie. You can't say it wasn't prevalent at the time. If we're talking about the time that Annie Malone became a millionaire, because our Madam C.J. Walker became a millionaire.
We
Annie
have to
Malone
stop
was a millionaire
comparison.
before.
They both have a story worth telling. Absolutely.
You
But to
guys,
my
y'all.
point, what I was saying is Netflix has some really amazing documentaries. And the Nina Simone documentary was amazing. I love Miles Davis. I love the Quincy Jones. I love the Black Godfather. So I don't know why they did not take Madam CJ Walker and just do a documentary. And I think that would have been better. It would have saved the same purpose because she was a B. She was phenomenal. Like her story is enough in and of its own right to carry itself without all of the misinformation and all of the
Exactly.
liberties that they took. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Davis doc was fabulous. Yes, Miles Davis's doc was amazing.
Oh my God. I was
Oh,
just like, what? I did
I
not know
loved
all
it.
of this about him. I've never seen this footage before. So they could still go back and do a documentary and do it the right way.
Yeah, and they can, and that's, and I'm speaking for myself, you guys, and from my
Yeah.
perspective and the way that I felt about it, and that was my feeling. Knowing the history behind it, I was very disappointed. That's what I'm gonna say. I was super hyped up. I'm ready to sit down and watch the show, watch the movie, watch
Hmm.
the Netflix series. I'm excited. I'm like, yes, Black women, yes, yes, yes. And then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
it's
saying from that
different. Like I
standpoint.
said, if you didn't know the history, you're not going in with that. You enjoyed it for what it was because you didn't necessarily know how many things, right, that they put in there that was not true. Yes, we absolutely could push for them to do it. They absolutely should do a documentary.
Yeah,
And
I think
yes,
so.
Leslie, we absolutely agree. Colorism, it was prevalent then, and it's still prevalent now. It's still prevalent now. I think the problem was that colorism was not a part of the story, and that was the problem that Jessica had because that did not happen between Annie Malone and Madam C.J. Walker. So they basically made that whole thing up. And
Yeah,
so
and
that
that's
was
and
the
that's not to
problem.
say that they made the whole thing up because there may have been a little twitch of it, but for them to just
She
focus in
wasn't
on it,
that light.
she
So
wasn't that light.
she could not
Exactly.
have
But
been.
here's the thing. So I'm saying all of this, right? But Annie Malone actually sold bleaching cream, right? So I'm not saying
Mm,
that it didn't happen. I'm not saying
wow.
that that wasn't a thing back then. What I'm saying is for them to focus in on that,
Yeah.
make that the main crucial, oh, it's because I'm light skinned and you're dark. That pissed me
Yeah.
off. Now it could have been a
It,
more of a competition thing, like I got a better product than you, or
right.
something
Well, it was the
else.
same product, so couldn't say that.
Yeah, or some or whatever. Something else.
I
Something else.
mean,
Or
the
she could have stole her
tea is,
husband. She could
I
have
mean,
stole her
she
husband.
really did steal her recipe. So
She
that
did,
that
and that's facts.
that did happen.
But
That did happen.
here's the thing though. Can you really call it stealing if I made it better? That's what she's like. I made it
Well,
better.
she improved upon it. Now, what I wanted to know, this is what I really wanted to know, like what really happened though, because apparently, now from what I'm told, she was her mentor. So she actually did, because I wondered that, and they kind of left all of that out. Like, where did Madam CJ Walker get all of this business sense from? Like, they just made it seem like she all of a sudden just knew what she was doing.
Well, she was
But
reading
we didn't
books.
hear like where she got her training, where she got mentored. How does she learn all of this? How does she
So
learn
she
to
learned it
market?
from Annie Malone.
And
That's
they didn't talk
how.
about that. Like,
And they
how did
didn't
she
say
learn how
anything
to run a
about that.
business?
So I think this is the perfect time to pull up Annie Malone's beast style.
Yes, Antoinette, you are absolutely right. She said, anytime we let a man tell our story, we are in trouble. That is the
That's all I was
truth.com.
saying. She's right there with me. That's
That's the
all I was
truth.
saying.
That is the truth.
Like
Zara
if we were
said
in
she could
there,
not make it through the second episode. Why, Zara? Why couldn't you make it
thank
through the second
you.
episode?
Somebody's in the house with me. I was like,
Leslie said, I think it was more entertainment, less documentary. Oh, absolutely.
oh, for
Absolutely.
sure. Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
that we can agree.
We can agree on that.
Yes.
But girl, y'all, look, all my girls out there, all of y'all, girl, ooh, I was heated. Let me
Yes,
just say that.
Nadine, she did steal it. She absolutely did. Yeah, she did.
And all the talk that
But
we
here,
have right now.
but this is what she did, and this happens in business all the time. And for y'all entrepreneurs, you know this is the truth. You know that there are people out there who are bomb marketers and they are killing it, making all this money, and you sitting back like, but I do it better than them. And don't nobody know your name, so you're not getting the business where all these people out here doing all these ads and marketing themselves to the hilt, they're getting all the money, and you know you got a better product or service. Tell me I'm not lying.
Girl, now, okay, lesson
Number
number
one
one,
lesson,
protect your
protect
stuff.
your stuff.
Thank you. Facts. That is facts. That is facts. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, we see it all the time, but I think that may have been the difference, But at the same token,
Yes.
we have poor old college And then we have and Madam CJ Walker's. What was Madam CJ Walker's called? It was just Madam CJ Walker, right? Miracle
Yes.
Hair Girl, I think it was.
Yeah, Miracle Hair Girl.
Hair Girl,
Yep.
right?
And people said it's still for sale. Is it still for people were looking for it? Girl, they
Well,
about to
we did it. You know, what's his face? Homeboy with that had the beauty company, and then he had the white woman that did the thing.
Dudley? Which one?
Yeah, no, not
Yes.
Doug.
Was it him?
No, not him. The other one. Remember, we had that whole conversation about how they use the. You know who I'm talking
Okay.
about?
Yes. The
That one.
name I know who you're talking about.
You
Yes,
know,
yes, yes. But people were looking for it on Sephora and all kind of places. Yes.
yes, he redid it.
Yeah.
And we actually interviewed. We interviewed.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
Yeah,
talking about. What's his name? What's his
what's his name?
We
You guys,
interviewed a lot of people. We've
yeah,
interviewed a lot
yeah,
of people.
her great granddaughter, right? So this is no hate to Madam CJ Walker because I love Madam CJ Walker. I think she's, like I said, both of them were beast.
Yeah.
But who was the name of that guy? I
She
didn't
said,
like
wasn't
him.
Octavia Spencer a producer of the show?
They had some
I
problems where they didn't pay her, or they was trying not to pay her for a minute. So I think she
I
was
was
producing.
told, yeah, that she was not, and I don't know if this is true, but I was told that they weren't trying to really pay her. But what's his name stepped in and made sure that she got her money. LeBron James, I think. I think he was the producer. I don't know
No,
about Octavia Spencer. Yes, yes.
you know what? Yes,
Look
because
at the credits. Yeah,
the production company is the production company that LeBron James has a partnership with. So I can totally see.
yeah.
But
He was
LeBron
the
James is
producer.
just the funder. He doesn't know what he ain't looking at the writers. He just funding the thing and oh yeah, put my name on there for credits. He's not
Girl.
really involved in it. This is
Okay, Zara
this,
said, I didn't like a lot of the themes on the movie. Don't rely on a man. This is your wife's business. Ooh, she's not including you. Colorism, no mention of racism, homosexuality. It was a lot of progressive messages being forced into a period piece. Well, here's the thing though. I was told the daughter now, she actually did have parties and there was a lot of homosexuality, bisexuality. Like she made a safe space for people to sexually express themselves. Let's just say that. So she had all the money, and yeah, she partied hard, very hard.
well, we interviewed her great granddaughter, and that's what she said. She did say that. She said that the line is that Madam C.J. Walker made the money and her daughter spent it all.
Yeah,
And
we
that's what.
did interview her on Boot to Boom. We still
Yes,
have that. Is it
we
on?
still
Is it on YouTube?
it's on YouTube. So
It's
if you
on
guys want to go
YouTube.
watch that, you guys can
Yep.
definitely go watch all of our Boots Booms and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Um, but
Yeah.
but yes, that's what I was talking about. Richu Dennis, is it Richu? How do you say that dude's name?
I don't
Richu
know.
Dennis.
Vicky put it up on there. But yeah,
Yeah.
LeBron James was the one that was mentioned as the producer.
See, yeah,
Yes.
and what LeBron?
Hey, I'm
Go
listen.
dribble a ball somewhere, bruh.
So
Like
what
I
we
mean,
can do is we can say, all right, Netflix, thank you for the self-made. Now let's have the documentary. Can we have the real documentary? Like
yes,
let's advocate for a Madam CJ Walker documentary.
yes, I agree.
This
So I'm
was
gonna
on
leave it at that.
Netflix.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Because yeah, but I agree with the person that was that commented. Sorry I didn't catch who it was, and I don't have the screen up in front of me. But yeah, I was just I was
Yeah, Harlem was
underwhelmed.
diversified back in those days. I don't understand why so many people were taken aback by that. Taken aback by what? Let's see. Zara says, so again, they did a lot of liberties. I don't know if the daughter was gay or not gay. That's never been proven. That's never been said. What I do know is that she threw parties and there was a lot of, artists and people expressing themselves sexually in their own way during that time. I have no idea if she was gay or not. There was no mention of that. Her granddaughter didn't say. So I don't know. We don't know. They may have just said that or assumed that. I didn't even think she was gay in the show. I thought she was more bi, but whatever. I don't know. But yeah, but we I
uh,
don't know.
back to our topic at hand in business.
I really didn't care. But
Yeah, business was the business, and Harlem was very diversified black in those days. I didn't understand why so many people were taken aback. Okay.
she's saying if they were taken aback by the fact that she was gay or not. Yeah, I
Oh,
really
what's the
think
name of
like
our YouTube channel? Okay, I'll put it in the chat. I'll
I
put it in
really
the chat.
think that what they did though, they were trying to like take this piece, right? And interact and interject all these other things into it.
To it.
And it's not that it had anything to do with their particular story. I just feel like they were trying to integrate other things into the story. So they were trying to say, yes, there was colorism at that time. And yes, there were, black gays and artists at that time. So I think they were just trying to put it all in there. But really, what they should have done was just allowed the story to be what it was, because there was enough of a story on its own without all that extra added stuff.
But my thing was they had the lynching of the guy, right? Okay, so I was actually proud that they at least put that piece in there, right, to show
Mm-hmm.
some inch of what was happening during that time. Like they could
Mm-hmm.
have really drove in a little bit deeper on that and how she was going to places. And I really find it hard to believe she was just going and getting all these white men, and it was just like, okay, yeah, we want you, like without her going
Yeah,
through any type of resistance or having to
yeah.
like I find that really they made it so much like, oh yeah, the white guys are just like, come on, come on, we want your stuff in our store. Come on, we
Right.
have a
We just
hard
want
enough
to. We just
time
want to give
now.
you your money. Right. We
We
can't get
have
money from
hard
them
time
now.
now in
That's
tech
so
just trying to get
true.
funding, right? And we
That's
help
so true.
like so anyway. So that's what I'm saying. This whole thing had me messed
But
up.
this is what's interesting. So, Jessica, tell me what you told me about Annie Malone and how she died and what happened, because they didn't talk about any of this, and I didn't know this.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Oh, hold on, I have to add the Chrome extension. But yeah, so Annie Malone had like I said, she had Poor Old College, right? So she had Poor Old College. She had, and I'm gonna show you guys the picture. Hold on a second. And this is just off of a Wix site, but these pictures do exist. Like she actually went through and had paid a photographer to come in and take pictures of her whole Poor Old College because she knew they were coming for her. She knew that they were going to come burn it
Mm.
down, and they ended up burning it down. Can you guys see the screen? I don't have a. Let me see.
Yeah, she said she couldn't believe she lived next to Rockefeller next door with no issues. Exactly.
Exactly. And and
I was like,
Rockefeller's going
wait,
to give
she
her
going to
business
him for business
advice.
advice?
Exactly. Oh, she's just walking, and Rockefeller's going to be like, "Hey, black woman. So I heard what's all that ruckus over there?" I was like, no.
Yeah. They can't see it. I have to add it, but I don't think I can add it. Let me see.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it in the chat, you guys. You guys can
Yeah, I
click on
can't
it.
add it.
Okay, you guys can go to the chat and pull it up. But basically, she had so it's Poro College. She had a place for a bunch of like assistants to work there. Like she was the primary
Oh,
employer
okay.
of black women during that time.
Can they see that? It looks small.
It looks small.
Can you all see that on the screen? I don't know if you can see if how it's showing up. For me, it looks small.
Okay. But she had a theater, she had an ice cream parlor, she had basically like a whole like hotel for people to come and they can learn and they can stay there because back in those times it wasn't like you can go and stay anywhere. Like you had to
Yeah, what
stay.
do they have? What do they call like the green pages? Like they would give you
Um
something.
no, it's the green book.
The
Green book.
green book, yes, where
Mm-hmm.
black people could stay because black people couldn't stay
Stay
everywhere.
everywhere.
It's too small. Okay, so I'll hide it because they can't see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put it in the chat. I will put it in the chat for you guys, so you guys can click on it and go look at it. But it shows you all of the pictures, and I'll actually give you guys a video as well, where one of the I think the granddaughters of a person that used to work, I think at Pearl College or something like that, she tells the whole story. Like she tells how she had telephones. You can come use the telephone for free. So I hated how they painted her as like this villain of a, and granted, like I said, I know that was probably happening in some way, shape or form. So I'm not saying that colorism wasn't happening, but what I'm saying is to just focus and make that the main. I was like, oh,
But tell them what happened to her.
Oh, so she ended up dying penniless. Because they taxed her. They gave her so many taxes that she ended up going out of business, but they burned it down. They burned
But
down
so,
Pearl
so
College.
y'all hearing this?
And
So Annie Malone built this college with all these things that Jessica's talking about. She had, the
ice cream parlor,
had an ice cream
theater,
parlor. She had like the cafeteria, the main dining room. She had the
a
room.
rooftop
There was, yeah.
garden.
Oh my God, the garden rooftop was gorgeous. There was a
She would
hotel.
have weddings, parties.
I mean, it's beautiful. When you all see the link with the space, it's beautiful. And they burned it down.
Yep.
They burned it down and they taxed her. So then
Yep.
she lost all her money and died alone, penniless.
Right. And there's also,
I didn't tell that story.
Exactly. And that's where I was like, so what? We just gonna act like this is what we doing? We just gonna act like that didn't happen? Okay. But once again, that wasn't her story, right? We were focusing on Madison J. Walker, so that makes sense. Sorry, guys. So that makes sense. But once again, to my point earlier, I just felt like it could have been done differently. Yeah. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. So yeah, there's the link. So you have it so you can see it for yourself. Malone was the true first female millionaire.
Yes, please say it. Please say it. Please tell everyone you know. And that's not to say that
Madam
we
CJ
don't shine.
Walker was a better marketer. She finessed the heck out of that product.
But that's the thing. Like
history. Because nobody knew Annie Malone.
She had people working for her in Africa. Like they had people working for them in different countries back then with no real telephones. Like,
that's
like
crazy.
What were they doing? Like so my whole thing was I was going to write a book a couple of years ago. And this is how I know all of this. I was going to write a book about 2 years ago about Black women during the 1900s who started businesses and entrepreneurship. And we have a bunch of Black women that had businesses back then that were making buku money. Like the first Black millionaire, I think, maybe she was the second in Los Angeles was a woman, right? And she did that from a laundry service, right? Crazy. And I can't remember her name, but so I apologize. But we have Annie Malone, we have Clara Brown, who had a laundry service. We have Maggie Lena Walker, who owned a bank, which we know about her, right? We have Bessie Coleman, first Black woman to hold a pilot's license. So she's not really in business, but Biddy Mason, who sued her master for freedom and won, and she owned it was Biddy Mason in Los Angeles. Ended up moving to Los Angeles, became a nurse, became a real estate investor, owned blocks in Los Angeles. Can you imagine if her?
There's actually a story out now. Well, you can't see it because nobody can go to the movies, but called The Banker, and it's about these two Black men in LA who owned all of this property in the banks and what happened to them. I don't know how you can see that. Maybe it's on live stream now.
I think it's on YouTube.
Is it on YouTube?
Because what they're doing is they're releasing them on YouTube.
Awesome. It is with Samuel, y'all know who I'm talking about.
And so I think that's either her grandson or it was her son-in-law. Okay. Yeah, Biddy Mason's.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Like if you look at all of our history and the things that we are.
Yeah, we're amazing. We're amazing. Fitz said it was for entertainment purposes only. Not really, because I mean there was lessons in it. Like it was good in terms of what it taught us, but it was definitely more entertainment than it was the actual true story.
But to that point, right? Should we, when it's someone that is a real person, should we take their story and make it entertainment only without telling the real story first, right? Like it'd be one thing if they came out with the documentary first and they had, whatever, and then they wanted to turn it into a inspired by whatever and take the liberty.
We can do the reverse. I still say because if they had the documentary, wouldn't you all watch?
Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely. I would watch it.
Yeah.
Vicky said the real story is how did they both of them accomplish all of that in that time?
Exactly.
That is the truth. That's what I want to know. And I think in real talk, they don't want to tell us that.
Exactly. And
they don't want to tell us how that happened, because that right there is the real tea. Because if we knew how that happened in that time, there's no reason why we can't do it now.
Exactly. So all of you guys that are sitting on your ideas, sitting on your projects, whatever.
We're quarantined. This is the time to do it. The time is now. Right? That's why I am doing this series. We are all home looking at each other, getting tired of watching we talking about Netflix, but we getting tired of watching Netflix. Like, get a hobby. Do the things that you've been putting off. Do it now.
Yes, do it.
And get my birthday bundle, because I'm telling you how to do it. Bit.ly /bundle 44. I'm
And DM
serious.
me
I
if you
am.
need to get YouTube videos or podcasts going, because you also need to have marketing. One thing we learned from Annie Malone and from Madam CJ Walker is marketing is everything.
It's everything. It is
Everything.
everything. So get my birthday bundle. It's only $44. It's like my 5 of my favorite products, seriously. And it's worth over $270. And I want you to tap into yourselves now because you have the time to do it. There's no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse.
And after you get her bundle, let me know when you want to record that video because I'm here for you. Or that podcast
Yes, this
episode.
is time. Stop putting up. I want the blueprint. Both were amazing. Cause I can't listen. You can. Oh, she said, cause I can't wrap my head around 1918. Yeah, that's real talk. That is
Yeah.
real talk. Okay, y'all. Okay, Jessica's like, oh Lord God. Who here? Who has seen Tiger King? Please tell me y'all have seen Tiger King because I need to talk about it for my own sanity. I need to talk about it because here I am. See, here's the thing, right? Both of these series came out on Netflix the same weekend, right? And here you got Black Girl Magic, you got Black Excellence, and then on the other hand, you got the most poor white trash, wild, crazy thing I have ever seen in my life. And I'm like, how is it that we get a show because we are amazing and they get a show because they are trash? I need to talk about this. I need to, I need to talk about this. Like, why is this okay? Why is this okay?
So
Why
y'all,
do we
a
have to be
little backstory.
amazing to get featured? Why do we have to be absolutely amazing and
Wait,
perfect
and then be
and
dead for
wonderful?
years. And then be dead for years and years. And then they want to make a movie. But anyway, let's because we need to take control of our own narrative. So let's just
Like,
put that
it's
out there.
not even right. Like, it's like we gotta go jump through all these hoops, right? You're right. She's dead. How long ago was she dead? And we
70.
finally telling her story.
But
And you
anyway,
got these batshit crazy white people doing all kind of foolishness, and
but
they are featured on Netflix.
let me
Like,
tell
what's
y'all
going
though.
on?
Let me tell y'all. Ava Lord texted me this morning. Did you watch it? I said, heck no, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. I am not putting that in my psyche. I don't even want
Listen,
to know.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you are a fan of human nature, of human psychology, you gotta watch it. Like I told y'all to watch Love is Blind, but this right here is the real psychological experiment. Okay. There's a whole subculture out there of people doing things that we know nothing about. We ain't never even heard of this. We would never even think of it. Our minds, our brains don't even conceptualize this stuff. And I'm sitting here watching this like, is this for real? These are real people.
Wait, what time zone is this? Or time zone? What time frame is this? Is this
It's
now?
now.
Oh, it's now.
It's now.
Hmm.
I mean, I think it was like 5 years ago. Like he said, he was doing a documentary, and this is the actual documentary, y'all. So this is true story. They didn't make it up. They
But
didn't
they
embellish it.
but they
It's an
created they
actual
recorded the documentary
documentary.
5 years
Yes,
ago though, right? So it's
yes,
5 years old. Okay.
yes. But it's present time. And I thought the juxtaposition of it all was so interesting. Yes, Andrea, Tiger King was crazy. What did you think? Like the juxtaposition is bananas because I kept looking at this like if these were black people, they would have locked us up under the jail. You know what I mean? Like we who okay, what's the psychology of someone who wants to own a big cat? Right? A wild animal. What is the psychology of somebody who wants to own a wild animal? Think
But
about that for a moment.
but wait a minute. We've owned some animals too. Michael
No.
Jackson.
Wild animals,
Michael Jackson.
tigers,
Michael Jackson.
lions.
Michael
Okay,
Jackson.
200 of them. How about that?
Okay, yeah, he ain't have 200.
200 of them. I mean, what is the psychology of a person who does that? What is Tiger King about? It's about batshit crazy white people who own big cats. I'm telling you the truth. Like they actually own tigers and lions, and It makes absolutely no sense. There is this whole underground subculture where they're abusing animals, they're abusing themselves. It is poor white trash. How do you take a person who has nothing? You pay them $100 a week, you feed them old Walmart meat, and they're happy. And they're working like 12 hours a day every single day. Like, aren't there like labor laws? $100 a week, 12 hours a day, eating old Walmart meat, living in a trailer.
And we all
Oh,
know
this is
Walmart meat
real.
is like Walmart meat is the lowest of the low.
No, and not Walmart meat, but old expired Walmart meat. That's the new low. Okay, that's the new low.
No, we don't have a couple of,
I
not
mean,
rolling.
it's again, like I said, if you're interested in psychology, if you're interested in why human beings do the things that they do, it is bananas. You got the main guy who owns over 200 wild animals. He started his own zoo, and he's gay. He has a mullet, y'all, and blue eyeliner, and he's gay. He calls himself Johnny Exotic. And this dude married two straight men who were like 20 years younger than him. So he brainwashes these kids, and these kids are like, "Well, yeah, I married him even though I'm straight because he gives me guns and cars." And I'm like, "Why hasn't he bought you teeth? Like, you are mush mouth right now because of all the meth, right? The cocaine, the weed, all of this stuff. Where are your teeth? Why ain't your boo buying you some teeth? I don't understand this right now. Like, what's going on? Where are y'all priorities? What is happening?" Like,
I can't. This is just too, like that. I can't.
it is bizarro worlds. And then what's so interesting, I've never seen a documentary. I've never seen anything where not one person on there is redeemable. All of them are bad. One person gets locked up, but they all need to be locked up under the jail. Every single one of them. The other person, Carol, who he's always fighting with, she apparently is an activist, right? And she's supposed to be saving these wild animals. Yet she has a whole cult of her own where she ain't paying nobody $100 a week. She got them working for her for free. They are volunteers. Listen, this goes beyond white people crazy. Because y'all need to understand that this stuff is happening and people will brainwash you and use you to their advantage if you are not smart.
That's
They are
facts.
working for her for free because they think they are activists. They are buying into this whole movement that she has started, even though she is just as crazy as all the other ones that she's fighting against. So much so that they said that they believe that she killed her husband and fed him to the tigers. I don't know if that's the case, but they can't find his body. They can't find his body. So this woman inherited millions of dollars from the husband that came up missing. Don't nobody know what happened to him. Took all his money, and now she started this movement to say that she's saving the animals, and she just as bad as these other fools who are having them in captivity. Because if you go to her saving the animals, guess what? The animals are still in cage there too. Y'all tell me what is really going on. That is marketing again, right? And Jessica, you will love this. She got YouTube videos, she got social media, she got all of this. So she has them buying into the fact that she's saving wild animals, even though she also has them in captivity, also is charging people to go see these wild animals, and she got people working for her for free. She's not even paying them. But it's marketing.
I ain't even got no response. I have no response.
This is what's going on in the world, people. Then you got another guy who also has his own cult, his own harem of women. He's Johnny Exotic's mentor. Everybody need a mentor, y'all. We all need a mentor. This man told him how to run game. It's like the pimp game. It's like you got the dude who's the pimp. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna tell you how to run these hoes. That's basically what he did. So he put him on, and what's interesting, and let me all tell y'all, His mentor, do y'all know Yogaville? I love Yogaville. I've been to Yogaville. I think it's bomb. It's in Virginia. It's a place you go to learn yoga. You go to learn meditation. They have a lot of silent retreats. It's an amazing place, right? This man actually studied in Yogaville. He studied in Yogaville, and I really believe he took all those principles, he bastardized those principles, right? And took them to use them to control people. That's what he did. And so now he's naming all of these women, all these Indian, names, and you calling them Raja and all of this exotic stuff. He's teaching them, telling them what to wear, how to dress, paying them $100 a week. They're working from sun up to sundown every single day, and they think they're happy and they're married to him. This dude got like 3 wives and 2 girlfriends. This is what is going on in the world, y'all. And it's bananas because it's how you choose to dress it up. How you choose to dress it up, what you choose to call it. And people who want to follow something, who want a leader, who want people to tell them what to do, help them to live their lives, right? Instead of getting life coaching, instead of getting therapy, they end up in places like this with people basically running their lives. It's wild. She said, you're right. We're living in a culture that has double standards depending on your level of melanin, which is beyond sad and more like deplorable. It's saddening when we live in this type of society, and even worse when we buy into it. I'm about to go check out this Tiger King. I'm serious. If you look at it like that, you'll just be like, yo, this is wild. How are they allowed to get away with this? Like how? They out, and they made a documentary about it, and they still free. We would be so in, oh my God, girl. First of all, we would be under the jail. Nobody be able to find us, okay? Because they done violated drugs, they done violated labor laws, they got wild animals. If black people, hear me, if black people ever decided that they want to start owning some wild animals, they would make all kind of laws to make that illegal. They don't want no black man to have no dang tiger running around looking crazy. They would make it so illegal so fast. But because these white people want to be out here owning wild animals for whatever reason, 200 of them, it's still legal.
Yeah, it is sad. She's right. I think and I think that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch it. It's very it's disturbing. It's
It's
very
very
disturbing.
disturbing. I
I
mean,
just
you laugh, but then it's like, yo, this is sad.
yeah,
This is
this is a
crazy.
lot.
Is
And
this
you're
for real?
yeah, that's just
I
it's
mean,
too
the
much.
whole time I'm watching, my mouth is like, I mean, because you just can't believe this is real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's too much. I can't. I can't. And I'm not. So, Ava Laura, you go. I'm not. I'm not even.
I have to. I am a student of human nature. I am a student of psychology. I need to understand. I
You
need
let
to
us know your
understand.
findings, or let me know
I
your
need to make
findings.
sense out of things sometimes that just makes absolutely no sense. Because this made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, you let me know your findings
But
then.
again, what it showed me is that there are really people out there who are lost, right?
Very
There are
much.
people who are
Oh yeah.
lost and they want to be a part of something. And like you have, maybe in the inner cities, these kids are involved in gangs. These people are involved in cults. Just straight up. They want to be involved in something. They want to be a part of something. And even if they're working themselves to the bone, I mean, this chick, she lost her arm. She straight lost her arm. The tiger bit her arm and she was back at work 5 days later. Where did they do that at? This is what's going on. People want to be a part of something so bad that they will violate all of their, I mean, I guess they don't have any values. I don't know. All of
No,
their
they have none.
values,
Yeah,
all
they
of
have
whatever
none.
they believe in, just to be a part of this.
That's crazy. Crazy.
So, I mean, it's an education. It is crazy. It's like, oh my God, but this is a real education on human nature and what people will do and what people have done and its history and how people use their knowledge to control other people and to market and sell you something in a way that you will buy it.
That's facts. That is facts. Because all
how
these
you
people
out
have to
here doing the
believe it.
same thing as the people that you talking bad about? You doing the same thing and calling it something different.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And you got to get people to buy in and believe it in order for them to do it.
Y'all, telling you. So yes,
Yeah.
Madam CJ Walker and Tiger King. If you haven't seen them, watch it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you on a replay, hashtag replay, still love to hear your thoughts. As I said, Ozark season 3 is out today. Check it out. If you are an Ozark fan, love to hear from you. I'll probably be finished with it by Sunday, so we can talk about it on Sunday because I'll be done. Because I ain't going nowhere this weekend, so that's what I'm going to be doing.
Gotcha. Man, the Netflix and chill is real.
It is so real. Listen, I don't know what we would do if we did not have internet right now. I think we would all pass out and die.
I think that's the one thing that they are like really making sure that that people have. Make sure they have internet because we will go mass hysteria if we had no internet.
Ooh, child, like all the sanity would go out the door. We need our internet. That is like the one thing. Look, forget the water, forget the toilet paper. Don't get rid of my internet.
Well, we ain't got it anyway. We ain't the ones that got all the toilet paper and water anyway.
That's some other people going on Amazon and selling sand sanitizer for like $20.
No, I saw it for 80.
What?
I saw it for 80.
These people crazy.
$80. I'm like, this is just nuts.
Y'all, there's a whole world out there that y'all don't know about.
I don't want to know about them. Keep them over there. I don't want to know about them.
But we live in a world with them. We can't keep them over there.
I don't want to know.
Listen, you know these are the people out here who voting for Trump.
We don't even want to start that conversation.
You know those are the people. That's why we need to understand who these people are, because you know those are the people.
What? So we can knock them out? See them at the polls? You're out of there.
Listen, I'll give you a wild animal if you don't vote for him.
Tiger.
Stay at home. I got a present for you. I stay at home.
I have tigers. I got tigers, hand sanitizer, and water, and toilet paper. Lots and lots of toilet paper.
Let me stop.
Oh my God. Like, that's
we wilding out. This is Feel Good Friday. So this is the time to let loose and have fun and just enjoy yourself. And listen, because we all stuck at home and you might as well just make the best of it and have a good time. So
yes, absolutely. And that, you know what, we should have talked about D Nice and that whole marketing thing.
That's an amazing one too. We can talk about that next. Listen, we got many, I don't know how long this is going to be going on. So I have committed to doing this until I can't do it anymore or until this ends. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Mondays, I'll be back at 12 p.m. Eastern for Meditation Monday. Wednesday, I will be back for Wellness Wednesday. And then Friday, we always going to have a good time. It's going to be Feel Good Friday at 12 p.m. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about, let me know. Any topics, anything. If Jessica wants to come back, she can come back. We can have a discussion. We can talk about D-Nice. So there's some other ones too. Anthony Hamilton. I don't know what happened to the Erykah Badu concert. And then what's his name? Charlie. What's his name? Is another one, R&B star. He also I was about to say Charlie Murphy, but Lord help me, God, no. He also I can't think of his name right now, but he also did a concert, I believe, yesterday. So it's more and more.
What's his face too? The comedian that has the night show. Lord, what is the name of his night show? He has the Roots on his show. He did
DJ Questlove also did something.
Yeah, Questlove.
DJ Questlove, DJ Kid Capri, and Ninth Wonder, DJ Ninth Wonder as well.
Not Jimmy Fallon. What's the other one?
Avery Sunshine did something. What did she do?
Avery Sunshine did something.
You're welcome, Gail. Thank you for watching. Share it out and make sure you come back.
Yeah, you guys tell us.
Avery Sunshine do? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you guys DM Avalaura's page.
Please. Yes. If you hear about something, tag me on it. Let me know.
Yeah. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a great Friday. We need some going out music. It's Friday.
Jennifer Hudson? Okay, y'all need to tag me.
Several DMV go-go bands have. Oh, really? Huh. We need to
Yes,
connect with
that's
them.
true. Yeah, you did have Rare Essence as well. Rare Essence also did a set online too. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
we need
so
to do a whole nother session.
tag me. I will make sure to
Tag me
share it on
too.
Feel
You
Good
guys
Friday
tag me
so
too.
everybody can know about it. I'll be back on Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern for Meditation Monday. So come back to meditate. Again, go ahead and get my birthday bundle. It is 5 of my favorite products, bit.ly/bundle 44. You can actually get my meditation. You can learn how to wrap your hair. You can get my Power Journal 31-day guide. 2 of my ebooks, and then I think there's something else in there. There's 5 different products. It's the bomb. I loved it. I gave y'all everything for free because last week was my birthday and I didn't really get to celebrate. So I'm celebrating with you all.
Happy
So
birthday
thank
to
you.
you. Oh, wait. Let
So
me sing the other version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Y'all know that's the only part we know. We don't even know the lyrics. And then we go to happy birthday. That's it. You don't get no lyrics.
that
That's
was
it.
like the Cliff Note version. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. Awesome. Come on back, Internet. I'm glad that you love it. Come on back next Friday. So we'll see you on Monday. I'll be much more mellow on Monday, I promise you, because it's meditation. So I will see you at 12 noon for Meditation Monday. You all have an amazing weekend. Bye.